Welcome back to Hey Kentucky. It is still the second round of the Hey Kentucky casting call. We have two folks here, Matt and Radio Ron, our next two contestants. Let's go with this. A lot of celebrities have been critical of the president, and as part of it, some of them have taken it farther and even done threats. Johnny Depp, it was in England, and sort of threatened a potential assassination of the president, said he hoped that would happen. Kathy Griffin, of course, famously held a picture of a head of Donald Trump. My question is, do you believe they should be charged with some sort of crime for such threats? I'll start with you, Matt.
It comes down to whether I think that they should do it or not. No, I don't think that that's appropriate behavior. But the precedent for artists is that while it is a Class E felony technically by the law, typically intent plays a big part in it. And because of that, I don't think that they should necessarily be charged. I do think that an apology is warranted, but it's not something that I think charges need to be brought. What do you think?
Well, I saw the comment by Johnny Depp, and he was trying to make a joke, a very bad one in very poor taste. But he was asking, when was the last actor who assassinated a president? Of course, we all know that was the assassination of Abraham Lincoln. And so he was making a bad joke. I don't think in that case Johnny Depp should be charged because he actually apologized profusely, and he said there was no ill intent at all.
All right, let's switch gears to basketball. The University of Louisville has had one scandal after another, but at the core of it is the prostitute scandal in the dorms with the coaches. Ron, I'll lead off with you. Should Rick Pitino be fired? He's kept his job, but should he lose it?
I absolutely think he should lose it. He should have lost it a long time ago. I think, as a matter of fact, after the Karen Cipher incident, he should have lost his job then because of the moral clause in the contract of most coaches. And of course, the thing about the prostitutes in the dormitory, they say that he was unaware. Well, he may have been, but he is the captain of the ship. He's the one who should be aware of everything going on. And so I think that he is culpable in this case and should be fired. As long as Tom Jurich is there, he is off limits. He'll never be fired, but I think he should have been fired long ago.
Well, Ron, I both agree and disagree with you. You brought up another issue, which is the Cipher incident. Rick Pitino is a public figure. He's connected to the state just as much as an elected representative is. And that particular issue, I don't think really he should be fired over. He should have resigned, but he shouldn't be fired. Now, his actions with the team and the prostitution issue, he should absolutely be fired over that, because we would fire and call for the dismissal of any public figure, especially an elected official, if that same thing had happened and they had brought it into their office. They'd brought it into their workplace. That's what Rick Pitino did with the prostitution issue, and he should be fired over that because then he infected that institution.
All right, I'm going to stop you right there. I'm going to lead off here, and then we'll go to Chris. All right, so first of all, you both gave very thoughtful answers. I mean, I think you both, if you're just looking at the content of the answers, you two were probably two of the best at the content of the answers we've had. Part of the issue for me is that was less a debate than two people giving speeches. You got to get to the point. I mean, these television shows are short. It's not like, for instance, Radio Ron Radio, where you got to fill up a bunch of time. You just got a few seconds. And it was kind of one speech after another speech. So regardless of which of you moves, you got to get to the point quicker because we don't really have time for those sort of long soliloquies.
And you know I can be long-winded.
I know you can, Chris.
I kind of did feel like I was being spoken at instead of watching two people speak to each other. And I kind of felt like, too, you both sort of knew what you were going to say coming into it. It didn't feel as natural, maybe, as it could have in just two people speaking off the cuff. So I thought that you guys both, made good points, but I didn't feel like it was a cohesive debate. Like, I didn't feel like you were really debating each other. Matt, I do not envy anybody who has to go against the great Radio Ron. That said, I feel like you probably out-argued Ron today. And I say this lovingly, Ron, because I know you have a lot of fans out there who will come to your beck and call.
Thank you.
But I think that on this particular performance tonight, I'm gonna have to go with Matt.
I can't say that I did anything better than him. Maybe delivery, I don't know. I wasn't on the other side of that table, but Radio Ron's tough.
Even though I'm no spring chicken anymore, but I believe in living life to the fullest and taking every positive chance you can.